Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for joining me here on this twin flame soulmate, or possibly also a karmic relationship. Nevertheless, this is about the relationship that you are here to find clarity about. Thank you for joining me here. We are not premiering this today as I am busy with the January love readings that will be up on Patreon and will be available for purchase through our website. You can get the links beneath this video. It is for each individual sign. We've done January, February, March general and love readings, and have also extended those through Patreon, leaning towards love. So we do give you the option to join us through Patreon or purchase those extended readings pertaining to love through our website. All right, we're not doing the premiere today because I'm very busy doing that, so I won't be able to join you here in the premiere. I'll be uploading, we've already uploaded Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn and Sagittarius. So we'll be doing, trying to do the rest today. I don't think we'll get through those. We started off with Pisces this time because they always get their readings last. So we're going backwards this time. Thank you for your patience and your support. Always, my dear patrons, it is you that holds up this channel and we're able to survive through these challenging times. As you know, things are not easy. There's a lot of competition out there, so many life changes going on for everyone. It is totally understandable that things are not easy at this time. All right, I want to wish you all love, light, and blessings to all of you that are here, that like, share, subscribe, comment, and also support us through your donations. Always such a big help. Thank you. And for connecting with me. You can leave your comments beneath, whatever it is that you want to exchange with me, information, how you are, so on and so forth. Now, today we will be taking the Little Greek Oracle to do a Celtic cross. Why am I doing this today? Because I wanted to do something different, obviously. And I've been thinking recently to add a little bit more to this Wednesday reading. Instead of just doing the yes please, which we're not doing it today because I am busy, obviously. And that's why I'm mentioning it today, for next Wednesday, when I will be over these readings that I've got to get out. Next Wednesday, I will give you the option, and you can even start from now, but I won't be able to return what it is that you require until next week. And what that is I'm giving you the opportunity for a mini reading. Instead of just giving you a personal love message, which you all come here on Wednesdays to receive, I want to take 3 cards of the Little Greek Oracle. It is a love oracle, so it does show it's got its negative and its positive connotations, obviously. 3 cards. You can look at it as a general overview of where you are now, or you can look at it as a past, present, future. That will be the opportunity that you will have next week. Along with the yes please, the mini readings will not be for free. You will be supporting our channel because you know that a lot of effort goes into this. So mini readings, 3 cards will be taking, and I will be returning to your email the reading in written form. So what I would need from you is, and obviously this is you exchanging energy with me and being supportive, and thank you in advance, $15 USD for a mini reading for you, written through email. So what you would do is you would make the purchase. You can go through Patreon and make a donation, or even, I suppose, I don't know, because I don't give you this option through our website, but you can find the donation button through our website and donate. Obviously, I will have your email that you're donating from, a certain email. What I'm needing though of you is your birth date, and possibly the birth date of the person, not possibly, surely the birth date for you and for your person, and their first name. Okay, so that's what I will be hoping to offer you. Some of you that cannot wait till next week, and you've heard this message, you can go ahead and do it now, but don't expect your message, your email response until next week. All right, so let's leave it at that. I've blabbered on enough. Thank you so much for listening to me. Let's look at what's going on in our love lives, in these twin flame soulmate connections, possibly also karmic. What is going on in the now? And I'm not putting the date on the reading, because I feel that because it's such a general reading, I feel that it's more important for you personally when you receive the message. So I'm going to tell you the date. It is the 10th of January of 2024. Those of you that are astrology enthusiasts and love following the stars, and you receive this message, have a look and see around about on the 10th of January how you're being affected by the stars, and you can also check out the reading and see roughly what messages are coming through for you. Not everything will resonate, obviously. All right, so calling on my spirit guides, my spirit angels. I want to call on Apollo today. I want to call on the sun god Apollo, who does remind me very much of Archangel Lophiel, beaming with gold and light. And as I've told many of you, he's come to my sleep, Archangel Lophiel, with a gold tinge on his skin, beautifully tanned by the sun, very short, sheep style, blondish white hair, very similar to God Apollo. So, and I'm asking for the help, the guidance of sun god Apollo, because we are coming up to the sun conjoining with Pluto just before, the last degrees of Capricorn in the next few days, before they ingress into Aquarius, that 0 degrees of Aquarius, Pluto and the sun, which is the dark and the light, which can speak to healing pertaining to anything toxic. Pluto could be a very important person. It could speak to abundance, could speak to any forms of control. Pluto, riches, abundance, deep secrets. Pluto is the psyche, right? The sun may bring light to things that have been dark. There's a story that's ending. We had a taste of it March till June of 2023, when Pluto entered for the first time Aquarius, in our lifetime anyway. So we're going back to that story. What was going on for you back then, March to June? We're revisiting that situation now, re-looking at it again for a second time. So the sun is going to bring, God Apollo is going to bring healing. God Apollo was very much about mysticism also, astrology, all those, mystical things, those higher realms. And the sun speaks to our spirit as well, and what's clear as day. right? The sun speaks to leadership as well as confidence. True heart matters, the inner child. Let's see what's going on, my dear friends. Thank you for joining us here. What's going on? Oh my God. Oh my God. Here is Pluto. Here is Pluto. Here is Mars. Mars is in a very strong position in the sign of Capricorn. He's ready for war. He's ready to not get bogged down, not fear. He's very courageous. He's very much very strategic, very driven, very powerful in the sign of Capricorn. So we see the divine masculine energy of Mars connecting well to Saturn in Pisces, and obviously also connecting well to Jupiter in Taurus. So we've got blessings. We do have still some challenges, but we've also got lots of blessings at this time. There's something that someone needs to release. Okay, Scorpio comes through very, very strongly. And just look at what I've got on my desk. I was about to do the Scorpio reading, love reading for January. So Scorpio comes through very strongly. But what I want to do, dear Spirit, I want to take one of the signs here just to get a little bit more clarity. See how it speaks to you. So we do have Scorpio in your chart. Which area of life does Scorpio take up in your own personal birth chart? Nevertheless, it's a metamorphosis. There's something that we are releasing, something very toxic, something that needs to be surrendered, released, and transformed. Is it poison that we're letting go of? Is it something that was taking up space in our life? Letting go of power and control and just going with it and see what Spirit brings us. Dear Spirit, what is it that we need to know, dear Apollo? Okay, I think that Spirit is telling me lay the cards out and take the card that is important. And we've, oh my God, oh my God. Hello. What's going on? All right. We understand. We get the message. Something is ending. Some of you may be releasing. You may be releasing a relationship that was toxic and no good for you. Could have been a Scorpio. Could have been possibly also a fixed sign. What's going on in Scorpio right now? Not much is going on in Scorpio right now. But it is a fixed sign. And because we've got Uranus and Jupiter in Taurus, right? And remember that also the Sun and Pluto ingressing into Aquarius, that's another fixed sign. So possibly the area of Scorpio is being affected, and not only Scorpio, but the fixed areas of your chart. Obviously, we've all got those in our chart somewhere, but pertaining to love, for instance, do you have Leo in your 5th house, which you would be an Aries rising in that case, right? Or do you have Aquarius in your 5th house? Those areas of the chart are being manipulated, changed. A lot of fate and destiny is playing out. As we know, obviously with Uranus and Jupiter in Taurus, the eclipses from the beginning of 2022 and into 2023 mid-year are being activated, obviously, as Jupiter and Uranus are still in the sign of Taurus, which is a fixed earth sign. Now we're going to have a full moon, right? At the end of the month, we're having a full moon in Leo. Okay, so that's another fixed sign. Do you have any planets or angles in Leo? Spirit, can you please show me what's going on? What's going on in this important relationship? This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and and magnetically charming. Remember, Scorpio can be also very intimate, secret love connection, secret love affairs. It can also be very possessive. Scorpio can be very jealous as well. So possibly also the energy of the Phoenix rising. Okay, so our love lives going through some sort of a new day, but through a death process. So old relationships possibly going through a metamorphosis, if they're able to uphold, if there is true love, respect, truth, they will be able to have a leg to stand on. If they do not have those qualities, then those relationships are going. Right? So there needs to be deep emotional and physical intimacy. That is a great strength of Scorpio. And remember, Scorpio is rebirthed through its ashes. Scorpio individuals can go through a death process, but will, just like a burning tree, that sprout will come through at some point. So there is promise here. Trust your intuition always, dear friends, because Scorpio can be a rebirth, but it can also be an end. Okay? Release the fear. Okay? Release the secrecy. What's going on in this connection? Oh my God. Oh my God. Here is the Tower. Here is Uranus, who is about to turn direct just after. Yeah, Pluto ingresses on the 20th or 21st of January into Aquarius, which is, this is an Aquarius card. It is Uranus, which rules Aquarius. So expect unexpected changes, things happening just suddenly and out of the blue. And as soon as Uranus through Taurus turns direct, we're going to be going through wow factors. Why? Because when a planet stations to turn direct or retrograde, their energy just beams out, their vibrations hit us with so much strength. This can speak to strength, awakening, aha moments. It can also speak of getting unstuck. Remember, Taurus is a fixed earth sign, very stuck in a certain situation, and Uranus can bring us that ingenious thought, that ability to shift things. If we're not able to do it on our own, this is the hand of spirit. This is the sky god Uranus that's turning direct just after that full moon in Leo. Okay, if you're interested in the full moon, tier 2 on Patreon, you do get the full moon analysis that we do, the astrology. On tier 3, you get everything, the month ahead, everything. Check us out, have a look. It's for free, you can look for free. And then if you decide, you may come on board. There's some sort of an awakening, a sudden shift, sudden release, sudden rebirth after an ending. Yes, it can be stressful, but it can also be very freeing. What is the challenge here? A marriage. A marriage, and I want to mention also which cards these are, because some of you may not be familiar with this deck. So this is the Hierophant and this is the Tower. Okay, so we've got a 16 and a 5. The challenge is some sort of a commitment. Doesn't have to be fully marriage, because it is the Hierophant. It could be someone's beliefs. First of all, I'm going to take the most important messages, which shows a marriage. So obviously another commitment, which is breaking down. Which a commitment can also speak to something long-term, a long-term connection. That's in the challenge position. Something needs to shift, or someone needs to free themselves up from another commitment. The commitment doesn't have to only be a marriage or a long-term commitment, living together with someone. It could be someone's beliefs. It could be something to do with someone's family. The Hierophant. Right, the Hierophant, which is Taurus, someone who cannot make changes easily. So they're possibly waiting on the hand of Spirit and God to help them get through some challenges, something that they were stuck in, some sort of a commitment. And I just want to mention also Juno, the wife of Zeus, right? She's going to be retrograding in the next few days through the sign of Virgo. So she'll be affecting, obviously, the earth signs, whatever she's retrograding for, because she is about marriage, commitments, contracts. She's also the protectress of women and children, but she can also get very vindictive, and so can Scorpio. Vindictive because of infidelity. Remember that her husband, Zeus, Jupiter, was always playing around, but she kept her place, she kept her position. She believed in, once I'm in a marriage, that's it. But it doesn't mean that, she did what she was meant to do, the right thing. Doesn't mean that she was happy in that situation. But she did she did get her revenge pertaining to Zeus. She ridiculed him as well. Anyway, so it's like the feminine archetype is going back and revisiting the past, a retrograde Juno, which is the feminine archetype, whoever takes on that energy, going back and looking closer at the details, possibly also putting in extra work. Virgo does speak to service. Virgo is very motherly. So not giving up on something very easily, but trying to tweak and through a healing process, try and heal a contract, a marriage, a long-term commitment, but also discern, not sacrifice without there being any return. That's the good thing that with the Virgo energy, there's logic there. All right, so the challenge is another commitment. The challenge is for someone, maybe they don't want something stable and long-term. For some of you, they want their freedom. Okay, maybe they've been in another commitment in the past, and commitment is not something that they're looking for. This may be in their beliefs. This may be, the Hierophant can also speak to someone not believing that this is meant to be. Okay, or that there's second chances for another long-term marriage, commitment, even just union, I'm going to say. Okay, because it is a card of belief and it is in the challenge position. Where is this relationship coming from? The Moon, a lot unsaid, a lot unclear. Also lots of doubts, lots of secrecy pertaining to your person's emotions, their personal life, their home life. This is very strong Neptune energy. So Neptune, we know, is in Pisces and can really cloud the waters. Okay, and it is a number. It is a number 2. Well, the card is a number 2. You can also pay attention to the numbers of the cards, but it is the Moon, which is the Moon is a number 18. Okay, so let's see recent past, and I'm going to say also deception, secret lies, deception. Possibly in the past not being totally truthful. So therefore there were a lot of doubts. Okay, so we've got the Stork in the recent past, which the Stork speaks to aces, but it speaks to a new cycle opening up, a yearning to transition, to move to a new home, set up a new nest with someone, with your person. And look at this. This is incredible. I did say about relationships where there was no trust, they wouldn't have no trust, no respect, no truth. They wouldn't have a leg to stand on. We've got the leg to stand on here, and this has shown up in the recent past. Okay, so the Stork brings the child. This is Mercury in Gemini. It is the aces. So we're just looking at as number 17. You can add the numbers, number 8, let's say, possibly also the 8th of the month. I don't know, 8 is also strength. You can look at it like that. So we've got a 5, 9, 8, and a 2. I don't know what those numbers speak to for you, but 17 is also the star. So I'm wondering if there wasn't communication, which maybe has opened up a few truths, a few lines of communication. You may also be dealing with someone that's at a physical distance, because someone possibly also that travels, right? Birds are messengers as well. This speaks to something long-standing. There's a change. There's a new cycle that's opened up, and we're in transition. Okay, what is on our mind, on their mind, on your mind, and what is crowning this reading? We've got the World card, number 21. Now this is the pig. The pig speaks to physical touch, something tangible. It speaks to relationships, obviously, since it's a love oracle. The pig speaks to reality. It speaks to the flesh, pleasures of the flesh, something being physical and tangible. But also we've got Venus. We've got Venus that's in the, she's standing in the air. She's in the higher realms, which says that maybe things are not as they seem. Right, there's more to this story than what meets the eye. Now, logically, this is a very lucky card. It speaks to abundance. It speaks to spiritual awareness and enlightenment pertaining to this relationship. For me, this card says that this is not only a skin-deep physical relationship, it's also a spiritual relationship. And it's like, what we're wanting to do is connect on both levels, not only physically, but also through the mind, through those higher realms. But something needs to close up. There's a cycle that is closing up. We've got the World card, so you could be dealing with a foreigner, possibly. Remember, 21 is an accomplishment. The World card, and it speaks to the fixed energies. So Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. Something is completing, which is the Fool's journey. And it's bringing in change. It's bringing change, something of an awareness, something more spiritual. So an awareness, because remember Uranus is Aquarius, and Aquarius is air. So it's got to do with our perception, how we talk, how we communicate, how we perceive things. There's some sort of a perception here, and it comes through suddenly. So it may be happening through January, may be happening through February, or whenever you get to view this message. All right, so we've got another 8, and 8s do speak to infinity. So returning back to a past situation. 8 is the Strength card, but it's also the House of Scorpio. Okay, what is the near future bringing, dear Spirit? It's bringing the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Wands and the Anchor. The anchor, this speaks to a transition. We see the ship coming in. The ship means luck, it means movement, and it means abundance. But there's something heavy that's being carried here, which is the anchor. Now, the anchor can speak to business. It could speak to a commitment. So the choices that you've got, that your person has got, have got to do with stability, their finances, a business, or another relationship. It's a heavy anchor. This is not something that we can take with us as we're going through a transition. 3 of Wands, we're waiting on the ships to come in. They're showing up on the horizon. 10 of Wands says there's also a heavy burden. So it's like a choice. Do I sit and wait and keep carrying this heavy load? Because it's a 22. 22 is the path, the portal opening. Opportunities come in. Are we going to keep carrying this heavy burden, or are we going to release because we know we've done the work? We have been bogged down and we have put in the effort. It's more about not pushing anymore, but more waiting. Your ship is already, it's coming close to land, which means it's not far away. It's very close by. But it does signify choices, and we all have got free will. So, and that free will also speaks to what we do, will play out. The energy that we put in will return to us. Okay, if we let go of those heavy burdens of that distrust or of that need to control, if we're carrying something that hasn't been working forever and we're just wearing, a blindfold, you're just pushing your luck away. So be open. Be open. Don't fear a metamorphosis, a change, okay? And also making a choice. Could be you, could be your person. Let's look at the position of you. You want romance. This is the Four of Wands. You want something long-term, unless you're in another relationship, another commitment. This is a card of happiness and friendship. Okay, this is the bouquet. The bouquet speaks to spring. You want romance. You want happiness. You want us getting together, a meetup. You want to be flattered. You want to be romanced. And it is a 6. You want equal giving and receiving. It feels as though maybe you've been more romantic. Your person has been more, more dark, more secretive, not as romantic, or even able possibly to offer you, to make this offer. I don't know if this is talking about spring, but there's also a possibility that your person is holding on to this relationship as more leaning towards friendship. They're not able to flirt with you. They're not able to take you out. They're not able, I don't know, because the Four of Wands could also speak to, it is again 1111, which speaks to someone's stability or someone's commitment, something to do with their home, their business. I do see a gift here though. Now 6 is also the Lovers. So maybe you've got choices. I do feel that you're hoping for an offer. You're hoping for some sort of an invitation, possibly, but also an invitation to something long-term, something more serious. Let's look at your person. The Clover, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Number 25, which is a 7. 7 is the Chariot, but it's also Libra. Relationships. I'm wondering, the 10 of, Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune, speaks to divine timing, some sort of ending, new beginning. Your person may be someone that's been very lucky, very affluent, very financially stable. The Clover speaks to great luck. It is Jupiter and Sagittarius. They've had many opportunities in their life. Been very, very lucky. But Jupiter also can speak to an ending because it is a number 10, some sort of a completion point for them and something new that's opening up for them, and they may have an opportunity for a new beginning. Now the house here can speak to family. If your person is in another connection, because we do see the house as a family, and they've been very lucky. I don't know if they money and luck has got to do with, finances, earth, property, have got to do with your person and their commitment, if they're in another commitment. It's a 25, which equals 7. 7 speaks to a difficult, conflictual time that maybe they're going through pertaining to another relationship, if that is the case. If not, then this is saying, it could say also, because Jupiter can also speak to separation, he could speak to truth, he could speak to a foreigner, he could speak to optimism, he could also speak to matters of law, foreigners. And remember, Jupiter is transiting through Taurus, so possibly looking at their values, Maybe it's just a very lucky financial time for them right now, which could be, it could be that they're opening, their luck is sort of opening a path for you and into their personal life. Or there's an opportunity for you that they are giving you for a new beginning. I don't know if this also speaks to, because the path can speak to travel. And the Chariot would speak to a travel movement. But nevertheless, let's see what's on their mind. What's in your hopes and fears? What's on their mind? Temptation. They're fearing, they are not fully trusting. I mean, the snake speaks to danger. It can speak to danger, third parties. It can also speak to another woman. But it can also speak to what's on their mind is them getting very intimate with their secret relationship, which this is the third person, right? This is the third person. This is what they fear or what they wish, but this is also what's on their mind, something that's out of bounds to them. Why are you out of bounds to them? To them? Why are you something forbidden? Why are you tempting them? But this is also, they may also have enemies, people that are not on their side. Remember, Scorpio comes through again. If they are someone who is in a very strong financial position, yes, they would have lots of enemies. I can totally understand that. This is the devil. Hello, it's number 15. So the devil does speak to secret love affairs. It also speaks to restrictions, limitations, fears, karma, something that they're needing to work through. But remember also that the snake, yes, the snake speaks to Moon in Cancer, a lot of secrecy pertaining to their personal life. And I don't know if this is you also holding secrets pertaining to your personal life, but the snake can also speak to something planned, something that they desire. They're wanting to seduce you. There can also be a little bit of deception, but there's a lot of craving and they're very attracted to you. This is what they wish. They want to get, even where their life is concerned, they want to go through a purging. They're going through a death process, like the skin takes off a layer at a time. So they are fearing falling into a trap, any pitfalls ahead. But they're also, this speaks to being very intelligent, making very intelligent moves, which they may not be sharing with you. Okay? What is the possible outcome? And I want to thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting, my dear friends. As I said, we're not doing yes please this week, but you can, if you like, get an email written little reading, 3 cards using this deck through donating 15 USD, and you can also email us and tell us the birthday of your person, their first name, your birthday, your first name, and I will be able to email your reading. This will be next week, not now. So this is the opportunity I am giving you. The yes please will be done in the next reading. So look out for the handwritten love cards today and see if you haven't received the same messages, personal love messages in the past. Obviously, that will be important where this reading is concerned. What is the outcome? What is the possible outcome? We've got the Lily. And this is judgment, but also temperance. Number 16. 16 again, which is the Tower, logically. But 16 equals a 7 again. So we've got another 7 here, another 7 here. I don't know if this is talking about the month of July, the 7th month, or again, 7 is the Chariot, but also 7 is Libra. Relationships. Remember, there's a South Node, which speaks to something that we're needing to shed, let go of, is transiting through Libra. So letting go of relationships that were not equal. The lily speaks to a spiritual connection, but also a connection where there's a lot of sexual connection, desire, but also speaks to ethics, morality, doing the right thing, but also possibly this relationship going through a purification process through death. So obviously there's been an ending. Some of you are still in that, Scorpio energy where there's been an ending. This is saying that you need to be patient. It's like Spirit is saying divine timing is happening. This is Archangel Michael saying that there will be healing. The sun will come up. The sun will rise once again, as long as there is confidence, as long as there is patience, as long as there is belief. Obviously, Sagittarius comes through. So does Scorpio. So does Virgo here, because the lily does speak to Chiron in Virgo, which is an open wound. But it's also a card of wisdom, so expect wisdom. There will be a moment of crisis and a decision to resurrect. But this needs a little bit of time, right? Because Temperance is saying be patient. Remember that judgment is Pluto. And again, I'm going to say some of you may be dealing with a foreigner because of Temperance and the Sagittarian energy. Okay, what's at the foundation? We've got the Two of Swords, the King of Swords, so air energy, more than likely the Aquarius energy. Things are up in the air. We've got, this is like the Three of Swords in the tarot. Another seven. Interesting. Again, it speaks to July, but also relationships. And also movement, transition, needing to make a decision. There's a possibility for a victory. Now, there's also danger here. Someone needs to choose because there's 3 swords here. We've got 3 scythes, and the scythes, they do connect to Scorpio. So Pluto is really important at this time, and the area of Scorpio in your chart. Two of Swords is a dilemma. Not having all the information, being blindfolded, needing to trust your heart and your higher self. King of Swords. King of Swords could be anything legal. Someone possibly going through a separation or a divorce. They're taking their sweet old time in making a decision. Can you see the harvest here? He needs to get to work, but he needs to make a decision, and he's needing time, so he's sharpening his scythe, ready to use it. Right? Because 3 is a crowd, 2 is company, 3 is a crowd. So there will be abundance as long as there's a decision. The decision speaks to values, security, something real, a possibility of abundance. But right now, it's like things are up in the air. And there can be some danger, a danger of heartbreak here because of third parties. Things are very unclear. We've got the 7 of Cups, so things being up in the air relative to the balance, equilibrium. There's a lot of worry. See the grey clouds. This is like the 7 of Cups. But things are going to clear. We see the light-coloured clouds here. So something that was unknown will be possibly communicated. And the communication could be about someone needing to make a choice, or someone thinking about, thinking that they must choose. And whatever choice is made, there will be heartbreak for someone, for a third party, possibly. Yeah, a lot of careful movement forward, a big strong necessity concerning collaboration. You see the obstacle here. The horseman and the horse, they need to work well together. So again, the horses speak tonight. So action, movement, transition. And this is a number 8, which is the strength card. Someone needing to trust that they can collaborate, communicate well, and overcome any obstacles, because there are obstacles. And self-control is necessary. Self-control and understanding that we are strong enough to make this jump over to the other side, where there will be more clarity, more abundance, and more clearing out through speaking our truth, through going through those notions, which can be quite challenging, but it does speak to strong communication and cutting away anything that is toxic, whether it's fear. Okay. All right, let's take some more cards and see what's going on. What is going on in this divine union, this important connection, dear Spirit? Let's use the Kippa and see what's going on. Dear Apollo, please guide us. Shine that light, show us the clarity. What is it? What is it that is coming through pertaining to this connection? Please give us some music. Give us some beautiful music to make us happy. We've got the official person, 22. We've got poverty. And we've got the pathway. Here is Pluto. Here is Pluto again. It's the same message, my dear friends. It is the same message. Right now, we're in this energy here, the poverty, because something needs to be official. Someone needs to make a decision. It's a 22 again, the path. There is 22, and this is coming up now or in the near future, depending on when you're watching this. When there isn't an official decision, or someone could be possibly, because this does remind me of the King of Swords, which we've got right here, and that's the general energy. Someone needs to be totally truthful, tell us, share with you that they're possibly looking at things from a very detached, very logical point of view. They could also be fearing financial distress because of this relationship. That could be another decision, right? Because if you're dealing with someone that's been very lucky in their life and you haven't, that could be the third party. What do I do? Right? I need to make a decision to move forward. The third situation could also be another commitment, because this could speak to possible, they're seeking advice from someone who works for the law, right? A solicitor, lawyer, right? An advisor. They're needing to make a decision, but they're having trouble. This is like the Five of Pentacles, so I get that there are huge differences. Could be age difference, could be difference in beliefs, could be you come from two different parts of the world. It could be there could be a big age difference, could be a financial difference, huge challenges, and things that sort of stand in the middle between you and your person because of the differences between the two of you. So poverty, third parties, I'm going to say, I do see the mouse here, which I've never really seen before. Believe it or not, I've used these cards so many times and I've never noticed the mice here, the little mouse, which, this looks like a child as well. So I'm wondering if you're not dealing with someone that has got children, could be a father, and could be that their decision is that they're not wanting to make an injustice concerning their child. So worried about their child. No children want their parents to separate, right? So, but the path opens up here. And again, it's a number 8. So we've got a 22, which is a master number, an ace and an 8. So that equals again 18, which is the moon. I'm wondering on this full moon in Leo if we're not going to have more clarity. But this is the pathway opening through an ending. Pathway means travel as well. Let's see what's hidden beneath. Toil and labor, so a lot of challenges pertaining to their decisions, lots of things to do with possibly also a business, decisions around business, around their finances, challenges pertaining to a separation, or even when they look at things logically, maybe things don't add up for them. And maybe that you're dealing with someone that's never really opened up emotionally to you. They're keeping that. That's very hard for them to do. We've got the house here. So this is either a business, a home, or the relationship. Logically, it's a very positive card, but it can also speak to another commitment. It can speak to them feeling very lonely, or you feeling lonely, left out in the cold because you're surrounded by this. There can be a coldness with this house because it's very similar to the Tower for me. But also someone not being happy in their home. The home being a relationship, another one that they're in now. The pathway opens on this positive journey. Wow. This is very similar to this card here. It is a 10 and this is the 10 as well. So the pathway does lead to an abundant journey, a noble journey, through courage, through trust, through belief, holding on to those beliefs. So the transition is a big one, going from poverty to nobility. Hello, hello. That cannot be an easy transition for anyone. So I get like two very opposing or different worlds merging. Your world and their world. Two opposite worlds that are emerging, I get here, and that's why it hasn't been easy. All right, let's put these cards somewhere aside. You could still see them. Make some space and let's see what's going on. Excuse me. What's going on emotionally and pertaining to the psyche? What is going on? I will not be taking another layer on the reading today. I want you to get used to this deck. We could do more of these if you like this deck. We can do more. But I might take a couple of Sabilas only so I don't make it too difficult for you. Let's see what's going on. Fall. Fall is very much the Capricorn energy, and happy birthday, dear Capricorn, if you're celebrating today. Oh my God, there is the devil. Stuck energies, fear, vices, obligations, restrictions, karma. Yes, needing to surrender. I said that at the beginning of the reading. No more trying to control. We cannot, it is impossible to work up against, to push up against Saturn, Pluto. We need to surrender. Even Neptune, which is Pisces here. We've got Capricorn, Pisces. Even Neptune, the god of the seas, we need to surrender. He can bring on a tsunami into our lives. So you cannot push up against these gods. They've got the power in their hands. We need to surrender and let go and see what comes through as we surrender. Now, the surrender card also speaks to a possible ending because it's the 12th house, Pisces house, surrendering and letting go, a huge ending pertaining to a karmic blockage, being bound in vicious cycles, karmic cycles again and again, needing to be humbled, to be grounded. We've been taught challenging and difficult lessons. We've been taught we need to be patient, right? Whether it's you or your person. There needs to be surrender here and go with the flow. Yeah, someone is getting free. Someone is getting free. And there's always free will. But if you ask my opinion, there is free will always. But I feel that what's been the contract that we've signed as we took our first breath in this incarnation, even though we think we've got free will, Spirit will take us to the outcome that we signed for. So whatever is written cannot be unwritten for me. My opinion, you can have your own opinion, obviously. It's just that when we've got challenges ahead of us, and that's why we always look at the astrology, it's like looking at the weather. If you know there's going to be a thunderstorm, a tornado, you find safety. You don't get out there. This is how the astrology is. So whatever hardships you're going to go through, you can try and make them as less hard as possible. But the final outcome pertaining to our soul's purpose and journey in this incarnation, I feel is already, it's in the hand of Spirit. Let's see what the romance angel wants us to know. Recognition. Refocus. We're still in Uranus retrograde. At the end of the month, all planets will be direct. We're talking about the month of January, if you're looking at the astrology. All systems go, moving forward. No more looking towards the past, unless it is pertaining to Juno and commitments only. Dear Spirit, actually, dear Apollo, what is going on in this relationship, this partnership? What is it that you advise and that we need to know? Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. That's like the Six of Cups for me. Very similar. Some of you have known this person forever. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. There is an offering here. She's offering a wreath to Venus. So it's got a lot to do with Venus, and Venus is the goddess of love, peace, and relationships. Also, intimacy. Release your ex. Okay? Do I need to say more? Getting to know each other. You're getting to know someone while you're still with an ex. Is it you or your partner? Worth waiting for. This is a relationship that was worth waiting for. There's a lot of passion in this connection and divine timing. You have been getting to know each other recently, possibly some of you, but your ex is still blocking this relationship. Separation. Someone's going through separation, and they will be making the effort towards this great love connection. Now, because of your beliefs also, you've gone through separations, but you've made the effort. Many of you have tried to offer your heart on a platter, but we see Venus sort of looking the other way for some reason. She wasn't ready to receive this offer, and the wreath is like a cycle. Okay. Venus doesn't only speak to relationships. She also speaks to money. Let's quickly just take a card. I want to look at the awakening here, Uranus. This is abundance. This is the Empress here. After surrendering, there is an abundance coming in. Why is the challenge the marriage card here, the Hierophant? Because someone's been waiting forever for their ships to come in. We see the ship. There's been torment and a lack of happiness within another relationship. Also, the challenge is physical distance for some of you. Let's look at the luck and the abundance crowning this spiritual connection. Yeah, look, spiritually you are connecting with your person, but physically there are chains that are binding you away from each other. Lots of worries, lots of stress. It's the Nine of Swords. Why do we have the moon at the foundation and the doubts? Because someone is in another relationship, or maybe even doubting that this is your best friend, doubting that you can set those firm foundations with this secretive relationship, or doubting that your person is on your side and not using and abusing you. What is this new transition that's opened up, this new cycle? We've got a Gran Signore, very much the king, the emperor. He's looking towards the past. Remember, the This is aces, lots of aces up their sleeve. And this is someone who's quite generous, quite affluent, quite lucky in their life. They've made a name for themselves. It's a 13, which means they're going through an ending and starting a new cycle. Could be with business, could be with your relationship. It does feel as though there's protection here. But they're going through changes, surely. This Gran Signore, this Emperor. Let's look at the near future with this ship coming in and the heavy anchor. Yeah, we're needing to let go of something. 3 of Swords. Needing to let something go that was too heavy. Now, a decision that's going to be made, a third party is not going to be happy about it. That's what I'm getting with that. What about the flirtation, the bouquet, the love offer in the position of you? Yep, great, beautiful. Omaggio di Preziosi, a wonderful gift. 8 of Pentacles, something to do with work, finances, stability, but also the work that you've done. It's as though you've done the work and now there's going to be reciprocity. You're waiting for that because it's the 3 of Wands. You've put in a lot of effort. You've valued this relationship. Now maybe it's time for you to receive the gifts and the values. Being valued by your person. Let's look at your person with the clover here. We've got 8 of Swords, jealousy, a third party. I don't know if you're dealing with a jealous Scorpio. 8 of Swords is their perception of feeling blocked. There are regrets pertaining to the past. There are third parties here. But they're coming into a decision. Things are up in the air about, I don't know, legal matters or communication. They're needing to make a decision. This could also be someone that's been working really, really hard to communicate clearly. They were fearing sharing their own fears with you. But they're coming through as the Knight of Cups, l'amante, the lover. There's a decision that they're making. I don't know if this is an invitation, but this is romance. This is romantic news. This is a love letter. The decision that they make, and that may also be that they're getting themselves unblocked. They regret decisions that they made in the past. They regret the way they looked at things in the past. They kept themselves in a self-imprisonment. Now they're coming through with a love offer. What is this snake? What is this serpent? And we've got Superbia. 2 of Wands. Like the portal opens and it's on number 11. There can be some vanity, but this is also a very strong spiritual connection. Yes, this can be a third party because the peacock, remember, will fight till its death because there's another partner, there's another person in the story for some of you. If that is not the case, then this is the abundance. This is the financial decision, whether you win. Love the decision, love and finances. This could be another dilemma also. But the Superbia speaks to luck. It's a very lucky card. It's a very spiritual card. And it's a card of abundance. Let's see what the outcome shows with the Lily. We've got Ace of Cups, a beautiful connection coming together, meeting, brand new opportunity, self-love, invitation to meet up. There will be a resurrection. The opportunity is here. This could also be a meeting with family. We've got the Giovina Fanciulla, the purification, the young maiden, something to do with youth, feeling rebirthed, feeling that, yeah, this is also acknowledgement of purity and truth and trust. Yes. Remember what I said, that the lily is Chiron in Virgo. This is an open wound, but it's also the key. The key to the success of this relationship was being ethical, being, taking the difficult route, not the easy route. Okay? So there's a freshness in the outcome. Oh my God, we've got a Tower, 7 of Swords, lots will be revealed, Uranus turning direct. What will be revealed, dear Spirit? Oh my God, look at these cards. Waiting on someone to come in, waiting on a reconciliation, waiting for that person that is, you're separated by sea with them, a spiritual connection, the offer, Ace of Wands, Imeneo. This comes through suddenly and unexpectedly. Someone pulls it off here. It's the 7 of Swords. There has been secrecy and deception, things being unknown, but I feel that Uranus turning direct is going to bring a lot of clarity. So we will know where we stand. Where there's been no ethics, no love, no true love, then this is something that we're needing to let go of. There's been deception, surely, concerning third parties. This could also be the awakening of someone recognizing that they are free now to connect with their spiritual, their other half, their twin flame, whatever it is. We've got the separation here. But release your ex. Stay optimistic. Maybe your beliefs are going through change as well. Someone needed time away, but now they're ready to make the effort. There's some sort of a release that's going on. Well, a release of fears, a release of an ending to a cycle, a release of the toxic, the negative thinking. Where else does this path lead apart from a beautiful journey? Yeah, we've got the false person, and what I get here is it's like a metamorphosis. The false person is leaving the environment. All falsehood is changing, because here it's like we've got Neptune and Jupiter, which can really, Jupiter can really, really expand on the illusion of Neptune, but Jupiter and Neptune can also bring a lot of magic and also bring the truth as to this not being only an illusion, but more a divine, strong union, all right? So a lot of luck and a very strong spiritual connection. All right, let's take some love messages. Before we do that, I want to use this deck just to get an idea of where we're at concerning this relationship, the person you're thinking of. And I don't want to keep reminding you, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Really does help the channel. You are very appreciated. And also don't forget to check us out, Divine Debut 12, where we take really short, quick readings concerning the questions that you ask. What's going on? Where is this relationship at this time? There is going to be like a blooming. See, the lily is very similar to the bouquet. So I truly feel that it's your morality that sort of is being recognized here. And that's the difference between you and other people in your person's life. This is what was different about you. You make all the difference. So in the recent past, there's been a lot of mysteries and a lot of trouble. Someone doing their investigations, a lack of trust, finding things out that were very secretive, very, very challenging past concerning your relationship. Right now, this is like the path opening up. There's a journey, a car, with a boat, with a plane, whatever it is. This is taking steps towards something much more stable. But there's a little bit of a distance, which can also speak to timing, I'm going to say. It feels as though someone now is getting more invested in this relationship. It could be both of you. And look, we've got a queen here. What this is telling me is that the divine feminine is ready to take action. Okay, in the future there are practical matters, and I don't know if you connect with your person through business, but there's a little bit of an uphill here, but it says that effort needs to be made. There will be action. Okay, there will be knowledge. And it's just little sort of hiccups pertaining to the practical things concerning this relationship. But anyway, this could also be a divine feminine that's going to play an important part pertaining to your relationship. But it's not as bad as what this card is. So we see in the past, it's been really, really tough. Really, really tough. Yes, really, really tough. But the potential is for fertility. This is very similar to the Empress. Love is growing right now. It does speak to still a love triangle and love rivals and pregnancy and children and all that. But an emotional bond is growing. What is the communication here? Beautiful. Absolutely. Whatever is being planned is changing for the better. It's going to bring comforts. It's going to bring fame and fortune. You're connecting possibly with someone that is going to recognize you, that's going to make you feel very fortunate, will provide you with many comforts. Unbelievable. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous, everyone. So let's take your personal, they're general really, but if you've received these messages before, then pay attention. Let's take some love messages and see what's going on. It's quite shaky with the Tower here. We've seen like the Seven of Swords a couple of times, lots of revelations. Many of us are going through a difficult turn at this time. We need to hold on to our hats, hold on to the faith and to the belief. It's very shaky. Pluto at those last minutes of Capricorn is like saying, are you going to do the right thing? Are you going to put in the effort? Our love affair still haunts me. Please forgive me. I want another chance with you. I do apologize, but I'm married. I know I lied, but now you know. You are the love of my life. Our families will never accept this relationship. Babe, I love you so. No one compares to you. I feel like a fool for leaving you. You're my other half, I feel it. I was wrong to doubt your love, babe. I apologize. We've come a long way and you've proven your devotion to me. I love you. And I dreamt of you before. I dreamt of you before I met you. This does speak to setting down those goals. Someone that you've dreamed of, obviously. There's a potential for something long-term, shacking up with them. But the story is different for each of us. Remember, this is a general reading. You could always order your own personal reading. I would be very happy to do that for you. And remember, you may start from now. You can donate $15 and get your own little mini reading, which I will be writing out through email. This does help the channel. It does support the channel, and I want to thank you in advance. Obviously, it's a personal reading since I will have your first name, your birthday, and your email. and you will give me just a few days to get that out to you, but at least you'll know sort of where you're heading. All right, thank you so much. I think I will leave it there, my darling friends. Wishing you well. And don't forget that, yes, the January love readings are up on Patreon and through our website. You can check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, your Venus, Mars, and your North Node if you're familiar with your placements. I would suggest Patreon because you get the 12 signs instead of purchasing one off the website. So do whatever suits you best. Thank you for joining with me, and love and light to all of you, my dear friends. Wishing you well. Talk to you soon.